All right, guys, today we're here in Bangkok. I'm here with the famous Bangkok Pat. We're getting on a boat, hopefully in far over. We're going to go a little tour. Pat, who knows this city like crazy, is going to show us around and show you things that you haven't seen and that I haven't seen. You ready, Pat?
So, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a mystery tour.
Exactly. It's going to be a mystery tour. It's going to be Lost with Serg and Pat. So let's go. As I've mentioned before, I love these boats. It's a great way to get around, but unfortunately I don't get to use them too much. We're going to get off, and Pat's got a bunch of things planned, so I'm just going to follow along. I'm going to show you whatever Pat knows, because Pat, with his channel Bangkok Pat on YouTube, you got to check it out. He is like the Bangkok historian, because you actually have dual citizenship, right?
Yes, yeah, I do, yeah.
How's your Thai? Fluent?
About 60%. I wasn't born or brought up here, so... And I lost my mum early, so we didn't have an upbringing that was Thai whatsoever, yeah. Oh, we've got to get on this boat.
Oh, okay. Off to another boat.
This is Boay Tower, and this is the biggest wholesale clothing market in Bangkok. And all those places like MBK or Platinum Mall, this is where they get it from. So if you want to buy cheap clothes and you want to cut out the middleman, come straight here.
That's good to know. This is where you can get a lot of the wholesale clothing, as Pat was just saying. Boay Tower, and tons and tons of stuff here. So if you're looking for cheap clothing, mostly they're going to want to sell it to you in bulk, but Pat's saying that you can buy one or two items. I'll put this and every other place we go today as a Google Maps link in the description below if I don't get run over by a car or motorbike. Always playing Frogger here in Thailand. Always taking your life into your own hands when you're crossing the roads. And you know, Pat said bring an umbrella, and I did. And the sky's looking pretty gray, so hopefully we will not get rained on. If we do, it'll make a more interesting episode. Why are there mosques throughout here, especially by the canal?
Because when it was dug in the 1840s or 50s, it was dug by prisoners and slaves. Some of them were Muslims. And after it was dug, the Muslims were given land on either side to live in. So all along the canal, all the way from the beginning right to the very end and Minbury, it's all Muslim communities and mosques.
That's very interesting. Okay, that's really cool. And like I said, you guys have to check out his channel. It's Bangkok Pat. He's got a lot of amazing videos. My favorite are the ones where he does the videos about the BTS and the MRT and the old footage that he gets. And I noticed that he wears many different shirts because he does a lot of different shots.
Each take, for the talking parts, yeah, I have to memorize it. So it might take me 15 times to get it right. And then once I've got it right, I think, I could do it better. And then I spend another 10 takes doing it better. So that's the side people don't see.
And that's kind of what I was guessing. So about a year and a half ago, when I started noticing it, I thought, I should invent a drinking game, shots with Pat. Every time he changes a shirt in the video, you have to take a shot. Okay, here we are, Boay Central Bridge. All right, now we're just kind of walking through here, Boay, through the community and over the railroad tracks. Because, as I've always said in Thailand, safety is 13th. So look both ways before you cross. They are active, right?
Yeah. You say safety is 13th.
Yeah,
with an emphasis on the number 13.
That's true. So why hurry, Other than knowing the history of Bangkok extremely well, Pat loves cats, and he brought some cat food, and he's looking for the one resident kitty cat, which we do not see at the moment.
It's here somewhere.
It's okay. If we get hungry, at least I know we have provisions. All right, we're gonna leave some food here for the cat, so everybody has something to eat. Only the best. Look at Pat. He's fancy. I found this area to be really beautiful. Just something about all of these yellow bricks and the yellow fencing. So I had to ask Pat what was the deal here, and, of course, he explained it. Pat's saying that this whole area here was temple grounds and it's been kind of subdivided, but there's a beautiful temple here. I'll put the name on the screen. We're kind of walking through part of the compound, and this place is absolutely magnificent. So are we now inside of a temple?
Yeah, this is a real hidden gem. People say, oh, I want to go to the temples that no tourists don't go to.
Right.
There's a few around where you don't have the entrance fees and you don't have the sort of touts outside. And this temple, I think not just tourists don't go here, I think nobody goes here. Yeah. And it was renovated a couple of years ago and it's still immaculate inside, you'll see.
Yeah, he's definitely not kidding. This place is hidden. I would have never guessed that there was a temple here, even walking by it. But its grounds are huge and magnificent. And wow, look at this. We got the Chetty over here and just the whole temple grounds. Really stunning, especially if you're into architecture, which I definitely am. So this is a really cool place. Well, we've really just begun this tour, and Pat's already shown us some really cool things. I think the guy really knows this city well, and, we're walking through some of these little alleyways and neighborhoods that I love. And then we came to this creepy tunnel, and we definitely had to go under the road to cross it to get to our next spot. We've now wandered over here into some train tracks. I'm not familiar with this area, so I'm going to have Pat tell you a little bit about it, because it seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, this is the area just outside Hua Lamphong train station, but it's the headquarters of the railway, the state railway. And there's some buildings and offices on the other side. And there's some gates over there. And what happens is during rush hour, the trains make an extra stop at these gates in both directions. So the railway staff can get on after work or get to work. I would imagine they would have free travel as well.
That's really cool.
So if you're ever coming through here after like 4:30 p.m. and the train suddenly stops over there, that's the reason why. And you'll see all the staff getting on.
Oh, that's funny.
Climbing in.
Well, here comes a little train right now. I like how these guys are just chasing this doggo down here. There he is. He's just having the best time running away from the little cart. After we left the train tracks, we came across this beautiful Vespa. Just had to stop and enjoy this beautiful vintage scooter. Speaking of scooters and Vespas, that is so cool. I just spotted one a few minutes ago, but we're cruising through here and there's a whole stack of old Vespas. And these things are just workhorses. They are 2-stroke bikes. They're great for delivery and they're all yellow. So these are obviously company bikes. Very nice. Okay, we're now walking through a Hua Lamphong station, I think. I'm going to have Pat tell you a little bit about it, what this used to be.
Well, it's still open as a station. It's just that it's very quiet now because all the main long-distance trains and sleeper trains go from Bang Sue.
Oh.
So this one only has a few commuter trains every day. So large parts of it are just dormant, not doing much. They park stuff here. They have special trains on the weekends, and they have steam trains on display. And there's a museum as well. Yeah, it's still in use, but just not as much. And there's a few cats and dogs.
Yeah, there's a few over here floating around for sure. We're now actually in the museum part. I thought some of these trains here might be used, but these are some of the diesel pushers or pullers or whatever you call them. And there is a couple of steam engines here that look to be in relatively operational order. This is really interesting. I've never been in here, and this is a big station. Well, that makes sense. It's for trains, Serg. It's going to have to be quite large. But if you're into trains, this will be a cool place to come check out. And here are some of the trains that they still run here on the Hall of Fame. You can see they've got the SRT Prestige train over here, beautiful blue colors. We've got the VIP train, the OTOP train, which looks pretty luxurious. I think my favorite is going to be the Kiha 183. This is a Japanese train. Looks like it's somewhere from the 60s with that kind of postmodern look. And then we've got the SRT Royal Blossom, which would be the purple train that we saw earlier. All right, Pat's saying this is a boutique hotel. We're gonna dive in here real quick, take a look. Wow, look at this place. Would not have guessed from the outside. Probably a little dark in here, but Absolutely beautiful. I keep saying absolutely beautiful about a lot of things, but this front counter and the woodwork is really magnificent. And in the back here is a coffee shop and restaurant. Okay, I'm putting this on my list. This is really splendid. I don't want to disturb these people, so we'll make this kind of quick. That is a really cool place. Definitely have to come back here and check it out. Good find, Pat. How did you know about this place?
I kept seeing the building on the outside, and then around the COVID time I was coming through and I noticed they were fixing it up, but they never fixed up the outside, as you'll see.
Right.
And I thought that is a weird concept, to have it all posh inside, yet the outside, you wouldn't think so. I looked at the history. It used to be a nightclub and a brothel and a massage place. 1924, so it's over 100 years old. Some colonial style.
Yeah, definitely. It's a beautiful building, and definitely not one that I would expect. All right, it might start to sprinkle, so we're going to continue on. And that's funny, this bar over here, the Independence and Nearest Bar, Pat was just saying that if you Google it and you're looking for the nearest bar wherever you are, you're going to come up with that bar across the street because it says it's the nearest bar ever. Brilliant, brilliant marketing. And now we're approaching the first ever church in Thailand. Opened in 1837. It's the Matrichit Chinese Baptist Church. Now we're on the outskirts here of Chinatown, and the architecture here is always really nice, very colorful, and lots of really interesting looking places down that alley. Have to stop here and pick up some pomegranate juice. That looks good.
There's a shop here that does the orange juice as well.
Some good pomegranate juice. Not too hot today, and we've still been lucky and escaped most of the rain. Definitely tasty, 50 bahts, we're looking about $1.50, something like that. Really pretty good. I've actually been through this market on my motorbike. I came through here early one morning, probably about a year and a half ago. There's a video I made about it, and it wasn't that busy. And right now it's still kind of in the middle of the day, so it's not as crazy as it gets on the weekends, because then it gets loaded with tourists. I'll grab some orange juice here. Pretty thirsty today. Okay, kapun kap. Okay, we have a can that she popped open. Let's see how it is.
Oh yeah, I gave her 500.
It definitely has a little bit of sugar in it, but not too much. But when you're sweating, a little sugar is okay. Good call, Pat. I approve. Quite a few cats over here. We got a little calico up here, and another one down there, and then these dudes hanging out. Love these alleyways. There's so many cool little Vespas. And I've been through here, but this is another one of these places that you don't see often if you want to go on a tour or anything. And actually, speaking of tours, Pat does a bunch of tours. Tell me just a little bit about what kind of tours you do.
Walking tours, Bangkok sort of urban tours. Get photographers, you get people who want to explore for film locations, you get families, people into history and architecture, who want to ride the canals, the trains, the river, everything and anything.
So a whole bunch of things. What's the best way for people to contact you if they want to book a tour?
People normally contact me directly through the channel. I haven't advertised it because I get a lot of bookings from people who watch the videos.
Okay.
That's most of the people who book tours. And it's mostly 1 to 4 people because I don't want to, they're not group tours.
Oh, okay, so you're doing small.
Because of the kind of places we
Sure.
go to. Some of them are like off the beaten track, the places tourists never see. Or it depends, because I send them a list of criteria, and They will give me 3 or 4 topics they're interested in, potential areas, or whether they've been to Bangkok before. Most people know Bangkok a little bit. They've been once or twice. Or some people have never been and they want to see, they want to get 3 days worth of sites into one. So, the tours are very busy.
Yeah, guys, I'll put his contact information down in the description below. And if you're interested in a tour, get a hold of Pat and you'll have a great time. It's time to hop on a little boat and cross the Chao Phraya to the other side. Now we're on this water taxi crossing the Chao Phraya River. Where are we heading, Pat? What's the plan?
We're going across to Ta Dinh Dang. This street is directly opposite Chinatown and it's got a heavy Chinese influence. And they call it an extension of Chinatown. But there's food markets, there's a street market as well in the evenings. But we're going to walk along the riverside, heading north towards Memorial Bridge, because there's a few neighbourhoods that are, I would say untouched, but they're unexplored and a real slice of local sort of life, It's definitely worth seeing. And some old areas where they had the old ports and stuff like that.
Now we're kind of heading along the waterfront here on the other side of the Chao Phraya. And there's something I see that is kind of memorable for me. That would be the Labua State Tower Hotel. This is the first place that I went to. I actually stayed there when I first came to Thailand in 2012. I came here for vacation for a week and really kind of fell in love with it and had never come back until I moved here almost 4 years ago. If you've watched my channel long enough, you will know that I get lots and lots of things wrong. And Pat's been mumbling in the background that this is not the State Tower, but it is the what?
The Bangkok River Park. It's the same architect.
Oh yes, the Bangkok River Park. I see that now. Okay, I was wrong, but it is the same architect. So anyways, it looks like the Labua State Tower. And that was a wonderful place. And that's actually where they filmed one of the hangovers. Anyways, we're going to continue on down this beautiful way. And Pat was saying that about a year and a half ago, this whole thing was just a giant wasteland. And now it's a beautiful little park that they put right here, Klong San. Very nice. Very impressive to have this over here. And Pat was just telling me that there used to be sugar warehouses around here as well. All right, good kick. And this is one of the buildings that they were not able to knock down because the tree is actually growing through it and around it. That is actually really nice that they kept it because it's gorgeous. Look at this guy. He probably likes to be getting pet out here, just hanging out. Hey, buddy. Oh, yeah. Nothing. I got no food. But you want pets? Oh, yeah, he's friendly. Just chilling. Look, he's got quite a bit of jewelry going there. It's like Mr. T Jr. Pat says this is, one of your favorite parks?
Yeah, one of my favourites in Bangkok. It's quite small, but it's a Queen Mother Memorial Park. So it's dedicated to the grandmother of the current king and her life. There's a museum there. But inside the park, you'll see there's old bits have been preserved. So I think it's a lovely park.
Cool. Let's check it out. Nothing like a little two-stroke background noise as you're walking through nature. Well, Pat wasn't joking. This is a beautiful little park. Very serene, very tranquil. This is pretty wild. You've got this tree here, and it looks like they actually built this wall around it, and this has got to be close to 100 years old. And these limbs are hanging through here. Actually, they're not hanging through here, but they're going right through the wall all the way to the other side, and it's just been undisturbed for all this time. It's really nice that they built this wall around this thing. This was really great, Pat. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. Again, check out Pat's channel, Bangkok Pat. If you need a tour, this is your guy. And in the meantime, guys, check out some of my other videos. Please make sure you take care of yourselves, and we'll see you all very soon in another episode.